Hello out there, YouTubers. Glad you stopped by. Welcome. We are back here at the old sawmill, little sawmill, instead of the new bigger one, or newer bigger one. I've been cleaning this up. If you haven't been here before, you're new here. This place was a mess. It still needs some things cleaned up. But this was all full of slab woods and just tons of stuff that needed to be cleaned up. I hadn't cleaned it up in more years than I thought. So I decided to clean it up because I needed it. Now here, what I found in all these boards that were here, there's some of these boards here that have, I guess they call it wane if it was on a real a board that a new log. It's a round part, but there's no bark on that. If you were looking at that, that would be bark. Here's another one here. This doesn't look like it's going to really yield anything great. I probably should just throw these two through the timber, because that's what you end up with is a bunch of oh man, I had all those nails stacked on there. Look at that. What a mess I am. I got a ton of nails down there. I'm gonna have to pick them up now. I was pulling nails out of stuff because there were nails in there. And anyhow, what I'm gonna do is show you. I guess this one here, I gotta walk all the way around because I just don't feel like climbing. I guess I'll take the. This might be a good spot for it to watch you saw. I'm gonna walk around. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm all confused. Brain's been on a lot of other things right now. Went over to Brad's at Firewood in the Furnace. If you want to see some nice wood splitters, go up there and check his place out. Anyhow, what I'm going to do to get this off, this would normally be bark, is I'm going to measure out from here to here and figure out where about a straight line is, because you can't do anything until you get a straight line, you know what you're going on. Then flip it over and knock that other side off. So I'll cut this down to where I don't have any of this or close to it. Then I'll measure from here to where this is, and that'll be the width of my board. And then I'll put that over there. So I've cleaned up that. I've been cleaning, like I said, I've been cleaning up. So we'll take you for a walk around, then start the saw, and you can put your ears on. And that was a pine log. I don't even know when I sawed that, but I know it was on the YouTube. But I'm getting my pile. I routed that all up this morning a little bit, so there was so much, like this stuff here is just rotted through. And what I'm doing is just pulling it out, and I stack it up over there, and I've been chippering it. Chuck and Deb, there's your barrel. Anyhow, I've been chipping it, so I lay up a bunch to chip, and then I just start chippering it. But it's so intertwined, you gotta kind of pull it out. What a mess. That's been here for probably better than 10 years. Probably closer to 15 years. The easiest thing, even the telephone poles are starting to rot up. It's been in there and so messed up. So it was due. And I'm finding my my back wall here, and I found a couple areas in this back wall that are a little scary. I think that's a little scary there. There ain't much left there. That's a whole hollow. There might be an animal in there. That's a whole hollow log. I think there might be another one down over there. That one there doesn't look too good either, but we ain't gonna change it because it'll probably still outlast me. That top one looks pretty strong. What a mess. Pickup sticks. Do you ever remember the game Pickup Sticks? Well, that's what we got here. And the little pieces like this, I just been throwing in that barrel down there, and then rake it up and throw it in and rake it up. So I'll pull, I don't know, probably another dozen sticks over here and set it up there. Then I'll grind them. And I don't know whether I'll do a video of that or not. I've got this pile from a long time ago. That was an awfully big pile. So we're getting to clean up. I think I'll get all these filters. I always just set the filters on these things to try to let them drain down 100%, and that also puts a little bit of a I don't know, preservative, I think, on there. I thought I saw another filter over here. I guess not. I got a hole here, got a rebar there. Just just needs cleaning up. That's another rebar. Yeah, it just needs cleaning up, that's all. I know I saw another oil. There it is, over there. I don't know how I got over there because I don't ever put them down that way. Anyhow, that's what I'm working on. Now we're going to go up there and see if the old engine will start up and see if I can trim those across and clean up a little bit more. If that one log doesn't pan out, it'll come down here and hit the chipper. But that's what I've been working on. Pretty heavy. I've been working on that pretty heavy for, I don't know, last week or so, because it's not too wet back. Here's the piles of chips I got. Those piles are probably, well, they're right big. I don't know how big they are. They go back pretty good ways. They're probably, that thing's probably 10, 12 feet long, kind of a double pile, because I took the chipper out for something else, and then I didn't get it quite back in the same location. But once I get all chippered up, then I really plan on selling the chipper. I don't really need it. I like to have it, but it's just going to sit around, another battery to take care of, another engine to maintain. Most of the time I don't have this total massive stuff to grind up. Anyhow, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go up there and put you on the tripod. And this is going to be a quick, short thing, and then tomorrow night there, we'll be back at Brad's, because I really don't have a whole lot going on. Little breezy out here, but once I turn that motor on, breeze isn't going to make a whole lot of difference. I guess I'll put it back. We'll move this up above my nails. I guess that's the next thing I'm going to do is get a magnet here and try to pick up all those nails. So we'll put you here. I don't think this is a spot you've ever been before. Well, then the trouble with that is you got my back. I guess I'll put it here and zoom you in a little bit. All right, put your ears on. We're about ready to do a couple trims and get them into boards, and if they're not good enough for boards, then we'll get them into the chipper. Lordy. Don't know how this thing's going to solve because I messed up something down here. about it. That's about it, guys. We have turned those kind of questionable boards into, I don't know, they're still questionable. These they're under the pavement or under the ground so long, they're a little shaky. They're not, they'd be all right if you need a board for temporary use or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Look at that little buddy. So that's what we got. I've had good supervision back here. Got a lot done, but the best supervision I got is right here. If you guys have not been around in a while, if you know what's going on, I'll take you in for closeness. We got the turtles. Some of the guys up at Brad's didn't know what the turtles were. This is there's the mark turtle. Doesn't seem to be coming in too clear on this thing. I don't know why. It looks really terrible on my screen. That's the mark turtle. That's the Eddie turtle. That seemed to come in better. Maybe I got to get over like this. Here's a Buzzsaw Buzzy. Here's a Bill. Here's a Jim. Here's a Penny. There's a Ben. There's a Cuz. And look at who showed up here. This is ZZ Mark. Hey guys, we sent him out and got him all cleaned up. Look at that. Yeah, buddy, ZZ's looking pretty daggone sharp. Nothing better than a well-dressed man. And there's my award for the most OSHA violations in a single video on YouTube. So anyhow, I'm glad you guys stopped by. I know there ain't much going on. It's just kind of a mud hole everywhere. So I'm going to clean this up. All this is going to go to the chipper. And I'm going to try to load up a bunch more over here to go to the chipper. And then if it isn't too dark, I'm going to be chipping for a while. But I probably won't bring you by. That's kind of boring. And I've done a couple videos on it. So I'm glad you stopped by. We'll see you. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and there'll be one more Brad tomorrow night.